offensive, we can lose the opportunity to be heard. And that's what our case on, and that is true. The difference between Buddha's teaching and the gospel of Jesus Christ, though, is we serve a living Savior. And so we have the ability to have Christ in us, to be and help us with peace. And outside of Christ in us, Him working through relationships, we're going to struggle because of sin. Outside of Jesus in us, sin will go down, and we're going to struggle in all relationships. And so that's...
So there's a measure of love in everybody, like for families and stuff, and there may be a sense that people might love their neighbor to an extent. But Jesus said it was a new commandment to love as I have loved you. And I would think that would shake a Buddhist. But you have to remember, not all Buddhists are the same. So, like the blowing out of the candle, it's the extinguishment of desires. That's the ultimate thing for some. And that's getting rid of all desires, including love. So it's sort of like there's a misunderstanding of the purpose of love. Like you can place love wrongfully, rightfully. So it depends on the type of Buddhism.
Sure. We have the ability to love one another, but the New Testament talks about agape love, the kind of love that comes from God and is perfect love, and outside of our God, that is not possible within us. And so, okay, question. Based on verse 16, where it says, the cross reconciles us to God. It talks about how the cross reconciles us to God and each other. He put to death their hostility. It means their ill feeling toward one another. Also, just in general, this is helpful for us to understand how hostility is. In general, they're just being unfriendly. We're called to be friendly, and so is it possible to be in Christ and yet be hostile to other people? No. Should be. Do we struggle at times to be friendly with all people? Okay, I'm getting over. Why is that? Because it's such a simple concept of we're called by God to be friendly. I mean, it's so simple, and we know we can identify ourselves that we're not always friendly.
Somebody said a while ago, children don't seem to recognize that. That's true. Children are taught these cultural differences or bias.
Children are taught only there's differences in bias. They're not born with them, they learn them. They learn it from parents, adults,
other kids at school.
Other kids at school, we learn from their parents. Yeah.
More than that is social media.
Social media. What do you think about that?
Negative reports, negative media.
Negative reports and social media.
When you see information about a church, it's usually because it's burned down or somebody has vandalized it. 80% of the reports in the media are all negative.
80% of the reports in the media are negative. How many of you feel like the media is contributing to discord? That was go to the media.
The headline, they go by the rule. If it bleeds, it leads.
Okay, the headline of the media. If it bleeds, it leads.
For the bad stuff.
Looking for the bad stuff.
Yeah, it's bad enough there are two Twitter hashtags. One is #fake news, the other is #fake news media.
Okay. Yeah. Social media. What do we do with it? How do we live in a culture that media is everywhere? Turn it off. Okay.
Or tell the truth.
Through, and I know they are turning it off. Who in here has the news channel on all day?
I yell back at him.
Is it time to turn that off? Yeah. It just leaves the anxiety. It's not all encouraging or real. It's difficult to discern what's real and what isn't. Jennifer, where's that? Relationships. Yeah, relationships. Yeah. My dad was talking about how he at the Southern Baptist Convention where a pastor was being slandered at the Baptist Convention. And he knew the pastor had known his whole life and knew that what they were saying about him was totally false. But he knew because he knew him. And how this was so unnerving because this was going on. We become part of the culture of the time. Instead of standing out and becoming something totally counterculture.
Right.
Yes.
To your original question, how do we feel when we experience it? I think on that path for glorification and sanctification, along that journey, the Holy Spirit talks to us. And the more that we're in the Word, the more that we're concentrating on what He's trying to tell us, which is you don't have to listen to what the media is telling you. You need to be in the Word and understanding what it's saying.
Yeah. We don't have to listen to the media. It's about being in the Word, in the Spirit.
Well, the Spirit also helps with discernment.
Spirit helps with discernment. I want to just pause here and just say, being friendly in our neighborhoods, in the community, with all kinds of people is something that we must think through and not just assume about ourselves. We cannot just assume that we're being friendly. We might be walking past people and missing them. There may be people that are coming to our church, and I think we have the most friendly church I do. But there could be some people that are coming to our church and somehow they're sitting close to you, you're missing them, and you just focus on something else. There's a lot of ways that we can come across as unfriendly, and this is no small thing. In the community, in our neighborhoods, we want to be a people that represent the love through relationships of Christ. And so much of that will be seen visibly by are we friendly or unfriendly. And some of us are more natural people, friendly, and some of us less. But this is something we must think about. To be very intentional about, especially those people that we come across every day. I want to move on to verse 17. He preached, he proclaimed peace to those far away and near, talking about Gentiles, Jews, talking about all people, talking about what Jesus proclaimed. So Jesus proclaimed, preached peace. How must we do the same? I put the emphasis there on proclaiming. I know many of you may not consider yourself as a preacher. But if Jesus proclaimed something, it was something for everybody, then it must be something we consider that we take on. Also, how do we proclaim peace? And our culture is starving for this, especially with the media promoting discord, as you pointed out. Yes.
I had an experience just a few days ago that might be along these lines. I eat quite often for lunch at Chick-fil-A because it's close to where I live.
You eat Chick-fil-A. Anybody else love Chick-fil-A? Fried chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good Christian company.
with the honey mustard.
Well, I like the nuggets.
You like the nuggets, okay. All right.
Anyway, I was saying at that particular time, it was right at lunchtime, and there was a long line. If you've ever been to Chick-fil-A, you know there's always a long line at lunchtime. And it was snaking through, you know, to the.
All right. Snaking through.
So I was going this way, and here were two, black men, young black men, adults, and I looked at them, both of them, and I said, I just couldn't help myself. I said, are you two twins? They were.
They were.
They were.
Yeah.
I mean, you just miss it, they were just images of each other, you know? And this is one said, yeah, but I was first. And we just, that was, I said, and so you're the baby, right? And it was just a little aside, a little, yeah, an interaction. It was completely, what's the word I'm looking for?
Somebody have conversations with people in the line. It's often when we just stand in the line, and it's something we do every week, to get coffee or chicken, and we're standing there, we're with somebody, right?
But you know what? They started smiling, and they smiled all the way through Washington, so they finally got it. And it made me feel good too, that I noticed that and
Sure.
said something. So anyway, that's just.
Talk to folks.
Engage them, don't say, that's the right word.
I went to one this week with Chuck Newsom. We went to the fish shack, and Chuck Newsom knew everybody at the fish shack, all the workers, their families. And I love to watch this kind of thing. And this is the kind of lifestyle I want to have too. But just watching, he was really good at this, you know. Even the lady in front of her kids, interviewed